Aber ich muss von dem Betray-Strang. Obwohl, nee, stimmt gar nicht. Stimmt gar nicht, alles gut.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So, what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn, how the hell did I end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on this earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes, but it was just the one time, and she was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in the nonary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. Gut, das kennen wir ja auch schon. Lasst mal skippen. Lasst mal skimmen. Ich glaube, da kriegt man keine neuen Infos. Ich kann halt nicht das mit dem Skip machen, wo es automatisch das skippt, was man schon kennt. Weil ich habe das ja alles schon gespielt. Deswegen denkt das Spiel so oder so, dass ich alles, also schon gespielt habe und würde alles skippen. Das ist das Problem. Ja, ich habe halt gearbeitet, war ewig lang da, Auto startet nicht und dann ist da plötzlich jemand und dann ist Gas da und ich sehe aber jemanden da hinten im Rückspiegel stehen und dann bin ich weg und es war aber, also Weihnachten und ja. Blop, blop, blop. Ja, jetzt kommt gleich Gazi-Basi. Puff. Ja. Und dann ist da jemand. Jetzt mach mal. Ja, da ist jetzt jemand. Uho. Und dann bin ich weg. Genau. Und dann wache ich da auf, natürlich. Mit Fifi. Und jetzt jammer ich ein bisschen rum. Sag, dass ich mir ruhig ein paar Minuten hätte dadurch nehmen lassen dürfen. Wir fangen Crew Quarters an. Hä, warum ist die Lounge ausgegraut? Mal gucken. Piep, piep. Crew Quarters. Das ist echt schwierig, dass ich nicht weiß, was ich sagen darf.
Sigma. Perfect timing.
Es ist wirklich schwierig, irgendwie, also das Spiel zu moderieren, wenn ich nicht weiß, was davor alles passiert ist. Aber Zero Escape ist ein bisschen lang. Und dann weiß ich natürlich auch nicht, wie es geschnitten wird und so. Also es ist echt schwer. Ich weiß nicht, was ihr wisst. Und Also, dann weiß ich aber auch natürlich nicht im Kopf, was wann passiert ist. So, also kann sein, dass ich mir irgendwas falsch gemerkt habe, dass das eigentlich da war und dann weiß man das, also denke ich, dass man es schon weiß und dann wusste man es aber nicht, weil es doch woanders war. Ist ganz schwierig. Deswegen machen wir das einfach durch.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Bye, Alice and I went through all the rooms.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret
Suspicious?
door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Meow thing. Out of the ordinary?
What's this book?
Huh? Oh, that's a book. Meowed cats.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I started talking about cats, I started talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Not done.
That's weird. So what's the cat book about?
Meine Katze. Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrödingers cat. This book talks meowed it.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right? What?
Meowbi? Was? Meowbi? 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 Was soll das heißen? Egal. I don't really know anything meowed it. I'm just telling you what Fi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Mommy. Well, what about you guys?
What do you mean?
You checked out the lounge with Clover and Ten, and Quark was in the infirmary with Theo and Luna. Anything suspicious
Well,
there?
this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but
Was?
I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse? What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse would be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though.
What was it?
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was that really the first time I'd heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why?
If it is true, and I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Well, I don't think there's any reason for us to get all worried about it. We should just hurry up and try to find out how to get out of here.
Cork has a point. If we want to know what's going on outside, the fastest way to find out is by going outside.
Yeah, you're right.
Good.
Logisch.
Mr. K and I will keep searching the cabins then. What are you gonna do?
I guess I go somewhere else.
Okay.
Then we will see you later.
Later.
Later, bitch.
I stepped out of the cabin we'd been in and headed toward the small hallway. Now, where to next? Infirmary. Jetzt ist es auch nicht mehr ausgegraut. Komisch.
Komisch, komisch.
Hallo? Hallo? Ah, hallo. So, this is the infirmary, huh?
What are you doing here?
Ach, komm schon. Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Oh, come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP.
Hä, aber es macht doch Sinn, mehrere Unterhosen zu kaufen als Pack. Weil da ist ja, also man braucht ja jeden Tag eine frische.
Tenmyoji and I only have one. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got what, maybe 5 years left, maybe less? I'm not like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes.
Mhm.
I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
Hä, Essen ist wichtig.
I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh. Look. Let me try this again.
Okay.
I'm frustrated,
Ja.
but there really is something important I have to do.
Mhm. Which is
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
what happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped
I
there?
have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say. But it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you?
No.
CIA? Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep him guessing.
It's okay, all eyes.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where somewhere?
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes. But that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn.
Zirkusdirektor.
What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
So ähnlich. Ringleader?
You're kidding.
Hey, guck die doch an, Mann!
I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it,
Oh, das
but
Ringleader doch.
my
Nee.
father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then.
Yeah. Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this
Das ist aber
black
Pepe.
van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. We still haven't heard your story, Sigma.
Oh, es
Who are
muss
you?
weg, der es hat Zeit. Oh. I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there
I
yet.
guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No idea.
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. Alle, weil ich vor ich weiß nicht wie viel, 4, 5 Jahren oder so, habe ich mit euch allen schon mal das Spiel gespielt. Und du warst immer mein Liebling, Dio. Nope, you're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Kay. Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
Ich weiß nicht ob, aber ich hoffe so, dass... Oh, es gibt einen Raum, den ich unbedingt nicht nochmal spielen möchte. Ich hoffe, der war aufgenommen. Oh, wenn nicht, ich weine so.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Oh. Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Boy his age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
If it makes you feel better, sure.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me.
Echt nicht der
What does a girl
Massenmensch?
like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah, she's a real mystery, alright? I honestly know about as much as you do. So basically none. Nothing. So. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Phi, and yet I knew nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly. Ich wollte gerade was sagen, aber selbst das wäre gelogen.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
Ich hab nur noch Lounge. Ich geh was trinken. I was thinking maybe the
I
lounge.
see. Right. Later, bro.
Tschüss! Okay. I headed out of the infirmary. Und der Mensch heißt Mensch, weil irgendwann erkennt. Give me the cocktail, please. I'm a bit thirsty. So.
Oh, hey Sigma.
Hi, was soll dieses... Oh.
Can I get you a seat?
Ja, bitte. Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
Also, ich bleib hier. What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar? A sofa? What does a couch say to another? We are so far apart. And 3 ladies? I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
Yes, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir. You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
Ja, da hat sie recht. You've got a point.
Sigma?
Was? I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches? Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well,
What?
it's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? No, my body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. I've become too numb. It's kind of like, like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms. And then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's because of the anesthetic gas.
The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
A voice broke the silence.
Something horrible has happened. Please, you all have to come with me.
What is it?
I found something horrible in room 2 in the crew quarters.
Something horrible?
Never mind. You'll understand when you see it.
Kay was the first in, followed by me, Fi, Clover, and Luna. He said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The 4 of us crouched down and followed his finger. There it was. What the hell is
I
this?
think it's a bomb.
Bomb? Bomb? No, no way.
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
Of course, it was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been an hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
I'll go find everyone else.
No, there's no need for that. Quark is already bringing them back.
Durfte ich das schon haben?
We should arrive soon.
Zero's Cap ist echt nicht gut, um Lücken zu füllen.
You see?
Where is it? Where's the bomb?
No sooner were the words out of Kay's mouth than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Quark shoved the others aside and pointed at the bomb.
See? There it is! Under the bed!
Bomb. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Fi who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
It was me. I found it while Quark and I were investigating this area. We split up to collect the rest of you.
How did you know it was a bomb?
I have seen it before.
When?
I'm not sure.
Because of the amnesia?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We don't even know if it's a real bomb. Are you gonna tell me you believe that guy who can't remember his own fucking name knows a bomb when he sees it?
No. Kay is right. That's a bomb, I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please. Just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait, you mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's Annie-Hill Nation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah? Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Fine nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Annihilate
Sorry.
me.
I don't really get it.
Oh. All right, how about this? You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well,
Sie machen
if there
Babys.
were quantum men and women, then when you put them together, they disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of
Wissen wir's? Schrödingers Bombe?
Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass loss
Ja, ja,
during
einfach.
annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules?
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the? You've got to be kidding me. But there's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well,
Na
approximately.
dann, das ist ja alles gut.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic bomb. We
Toll.
don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps, but how do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it
Da
carefully.
steht 3.
It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered,
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh? Oder 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, unendlich.
yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it. Somewhere.
Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Well, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or figure out how to turn it off.
Then you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
Ja.
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password?
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.